Thank you for tuning in once again here on Backyard Prospecting. Today we bring you yet another pay dirt review. This one comes from a long, far away place called Alaska, Nome, Alaska. What we have here is Bering Sea gold pans. Contents 100% Nome, Alaska beach sand and raw gold. May also contain other precious or semi-precious stones and or materials. And this is sold by kougarok.com. I'm gonna spell that one for you. It is kougarok.com. I'll put that up on the on some text like right around here or so, so you can figure out who the hell this is. I can't pronounce that unless you can read that. Kougarok. kougarok.com. All right. Anyways, so we're going to crack this open. It's feeling like, and it says here it's all sand, so I don't think we're even going to bother with a 1/4 inch, maybe not even the 6 mesh. We might just go straight to the 10, and if not even needed that, then we'll just go straight to the panning. But we're going to pause right now, and we'll open this baby up, put it through the classifiers, and we'll get it on. All right. So we're going to pop open this bag. Here it is. Well, before we do that, let's take a look at the bag. That's a really important thing that I think here whenever you're looking at any kind of pay dirt coming over in the mail. It's how well they bothered to pack it. You know, I mean, if something busts open on the way to your house, then you're going to get dirt and everything everywhere, and that sucks. Or you may just lose your gold, which doubly sucks. So I got to say, their packaging is good. It's got like this paper outer layer, but a mylar inner layer, so that lets you know that it's probably also waterproof, which is awesome. It's sealed up on top, heat sealed, so it's not going to pop open and just spill your contents, so you're going to have to get a knife to open it up, or scissors, or just rip into it. I got the handy dandy miner's claw here, is what I just named my knife. Put that baby away, it's dangerous. Alright. Now we get to the inner zipper. The inner zipper is zipped. They didn't get lazy about that. And we open it up and we have some lovely sand. Now this sand is slightly wet and there are some rocks in here. So I think what we're best to do is just go ahead and put it through the 6 mesh, the 10 mesh, and then through the sluice. So let's go ahead and drop her in. Now it's beach sand is what it said, so I imagine that it might be a little bit wet. There's a little bit that stayed behind in the bag. I like to get every little piece because you never know, that could be a little gold something sitting in one of the crevices. Because after all, that's what gold does. It goes down, finds the little cracks. Alright, well, if it's down there, we lost it and they don't get credit. So let's shake this down. It is a little bit wet, so it's not flowing right through, but it's happening quick enough anyway. Tap this stuff down. Okay. So above 6 there is just some general miscellaneous rocks. Nothing of nothing. So we'll just dump that one of the other classifiers and we'll put that baby away. Next up, we have our sub 6 over 10. We're gonna really shake that down, get all that little stuff out of here. Now there are some nice little garnets in there. I think I see a little piece of gold in there. So It's looking pretty, pretty hard. Keep that over that. Tap that out into the pan. Looks good. All right, put that away. Now, we got mostly everything like we were expecting is sub 10. It's all sand. So I think this is going to be the bigger challenge here, going through this stuff. We'll go through this really quick. There was no bigger stuff to really worry about. I just tossed that. There was no gold in there. So let's get the sluice fired up, and we will see what we got. Let's grab that dirt. Let's start seeing what we see. Wow, right off the bat, first scoop in, there's a little itty bit, well, not itty, guy right there, another one right there. It's pretty good for the first scoop, gotta say. Second scoop in, getting a little bit more. And I think this is going a little slow, so we're going to drop it down just a hair. Take our next, and I think we're just going to go nice and slow with this stuff. Especially once we get to that pile over there. I'm having some really good feel about all this. Alright. The bigger stuff has almost come to a close, which it's been very kind to us so far, my goodness. Alright, so let's grab our water. Like this technique that I have here, just washing it all down at the end here. Let's get it all out the pan, but not in a manner that's going to make you lose any gold. It all goes right where it needs to go, right there in the sluice. You're not dumping a mass amount of water into the thing. Alright. So there's definitely some gold in there. You can see it over on both sides. Nice little chunks. Nice decent sized chunks. I keep saying little. I mean, they're not boulders, but definitely still nice size. So now where I expect most of the gold to be is here in this pile over here. So what I want to do before anything else is get it all nice and wet, because again, dry, aired out gold is going to want to ride on top of air pockets, and I want this to be nice and wet with this nice jet dry infused water. Alright, so this is probably going to take a while, so I think this is the point where we do a little time skip, and we speed this whole process up for the video, and we will slow it down if we see anything substantial, but I think we're just going to fast forward straight to the end, where you get to see the fruits of my labors. Alright, so got it all dried out, got it all cooled off here in the cup. See, got my gold right there. Cup's cool, so we are zeroed out and level. So let's see what we wound up with. Okay, so just about almost 1/10 of a gram. We're at 0.092. And yeah, again, I believe that was a $20 bag. We'll know for sure here in a minute. I'll put up all the details right there. Um, as far as how much I paid, and now we'll get you your ROI, let you know. But I'm gonna say right off the bat, 1/10 of a gram return on a $20. I'm just gonna say it's $20. It's usually what these are. $20 bag of $20 bag of pay dirt. Uh, the ROI of 1/10 of a gram is kind of weak. Keeping in mind that gold is roughly about 45 bucks a gram. Um, 1/10 of a gram is going to be $4 worth of gold. If I paid 20 bucks for my bag, that is a less than 25% return on investment. So that being said, 25% on the kind of lower end. So I don't know if I would necessarily do a repeat of the this is the oh no, this was the Nome prospectors. Um, the Nome sand, I was actually expecting to get a lot more out of that. You know, they always tell you the tales of all the gold up in Alaska, so you figure if it's coming from up there, no, you see that on the Discovery Channel with the Bering Sea gold. They're up in Nome, so you just kind of expect a little better than that. But at the end of the day, there was gold in there, so I didn't get skunked, and that's important because when you get skunked, that sucks. But I don't know. I probably wouldn't do a repeat on this one. I'd probably check some other bags out before going back and checking them out again. For future, I would say this is probably going to be a pass for me. For the newer prospector, I would probably also say go ahead and pass on this one. I don't believe this was actual pay dirt. All of my gold seemed to be in the plus 10 mesh. There's very, I mean, there's maybe a couple specks that came in the sub 10 um, in the sands, which was the majority of what all this was. So all that work going through all that sand for very little gold when I could have just got it out of the first um, classifier because that's where all the gold was anyway. So it was a little bit of a time waste. In the end, if you look at it that way, had I not classified it, maybe that would have, I would have felt differently about it. But we classify here. So at any rate, that's all for this one. Check out my next videos for some more pay dirt reviews, and eventually we're going to do some review of some gear here. But for now, either way, if I don't see you out on the rivers, we'll catch you in the backyard.